Let me just start by saying I have a really hard time getting songs out, and then just stuff in general, you know, things that I wanted to express as an artist. I've had a really hard time getting it out in sort of a completed, finished, perfectly crafted form. I don't know, that freaks me out. That terrifies me because I don't want my life to go by and not have the songs that I've written come into existence. And so, long story short, I'm basically going to start recording some of these songs in a simple sort of demo format, and I'm going to just put them out there because they have to just get out there. I would love to do a traditional record release where it's like you really put the time and effort into getting the whole record right and have it be perfect and produce like some really awesome, beautifully constructed album the way that artists always have in the past, you know, where you've got all the different instruments mixed together perfectly and balanced, and, you know, the track listing is all there from beginning to end, and the concept is all perfect. We've got so many solid ideas for how we want to craft these things. I mean, we've got like 6 different albums planned out and have the track listing kind of at least loosely done up for them, and a whole bunch of the songs are finished or in various stages of completion, but it just takes us so long to get it right, and I just cannot have that. I can't have it taking months and months to finish a single song. I can't just have 1 or 2 songs coming out per year. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to start recording some of these, maybe with a little bit of help from the other guys. You know, we might have like a few instruments in there, but for the most part it's going to be like guitar and vocal versions of the songs and piano solo with vocal versions of the songs. And I'm just going to put them out there because I want these songs to see the light of day. And I don't know, I mean, maybe something will even come of that. It's like at least they'll exist. It sort of bums me out to say this, but I'm actually excited by the prospect of putting some of these things out there that have been sitting on for years and years, some of them over a decade. I'd rather they exist in demo form than not exist at all. So in other words, time's up. We have to just start recording things, getting them out there, and that's what we're gonna do. You know, I'd also really like to focus on finishing some of the songs that I've started writing, because I've got so many that are in various forms of completion. And I just feel like if I actually dedicated more time towards finishing writing the songs, it might be a better use of time than to be so wrapped up in trying to perfect some full band recording that we're trying to produce. My intention is that eventually all these songs actually will get produced properly, and then we'll put an album together with the songs that are completed, and we'll just kind of release it. It'll be like, okay, you've already heard all these songs, but here they are in their finished form, and this is the album, and this is the concept. But as it is, it's just not really doable for us to try and perfect this whole package. Gradually we're going to chip away on putting out the proper album that we've always conceived, and then maybe, you know, at some point down the road we will be able to do that whole thing where we take a couple years and focus on recording an album properly and then kind of releasing it all at once. But for now, we're not going to do it that way. You know, there are certain songs that we have that just don't sound like much of anything unless you do have the full band together. Some of them are suited quite nicely for a piano solo version or a guitar solo version. So those are the ones that we'll be recording demo versions of and just rushing them out the door. But for the ones that do only sound good as a whole band, we'll kind of try and focus on those ones probably. Or ones that we have a strong vision for how it's supposed to sound and how the instrumentation's gonna go. We'll also try and prioritize those ones as well as far as fully produced studio recordings go. But yeah, in the meantime, I just want to really put some stuff out there. Because, you know, they're good songs, frankly, and they sound good whether it's on the... That's the nice thing about some of these songs, is they still sound great whether they're played on a piano, just with a guy singing, playing them on the piano, or if they're performed with a full band. Sometimes they might even be better with just a guitar or just a piano. I was listening to Blood on the Tracks, the Bob Dylan acoustic versions of the Blood on the Tracks album. And, you know, many people say that version of the album is far better than, like, the one that's produced with the band. Maybe that's the case with some of our songs, too. So we might as well make it easy on ourselves and, you know, do these simple demo recordings, get them out there, not really worry too much about having it be perfect professional quality or whatever, or making sure that every EQ is tuned in exactly to sound amazing, but just have decent, listenable recordings of some of our songs. And that's what we're planning to do. That's what we're going to do going forward, and that's what you can look forward to in the next several months. If you want to follow us along, you can subscribe to this channel. You can subscribe to our Instagram, or go to our website and have our mailing list and all that sort of thing on there. Yeah, and just enjoy.